What are the 5 steps that you recommend entrepreneurs in order to make the first million?
You know what? I love that question, Harry. It's wonderful. It's great to be here. You know, I made my first million. Before we got on, you were explaining that 1 out of 5 of your listeners is tech, and 1 out of 5 of your listeners is are property investors. And what's really interesting is I made my first million in technology in my 20s. I was yes,
yeah.
Right,
1 out of 5 interviews, right? Listeners we have from all over interview, but the people that we interview.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I see. Interviewers. Yeah. So my very first million I made in technology. Wow. And I was in Washington, D.C. area in the computer business for about 13 years in my 20s and early 30s, and did very, very well in that business. But I think the thing that entrepreneurs, like you ask about this, the 5 steps for an entrepreneur, one of the magical things about entrepreneurs, and one of the reasons I really enjoy working with folks like you and people who are on your program, is that entrepreneurs all share this spirit of adventure, right? That entrepreneurs are risk takers. They're people who are willing to lay it on the line, and whether it's time or money or both, they get an idea. They're creative, but more than anything, I use the word we for you and me and the folks listening, we are adventurous souls. And that's a pretty rare breed, right? At the end of the day, not many people are adventurous. Most people, I think, are content with, safety and security and a job, a job and a paycheck and things like that, right? Entrepreneurs are different. And so that's a great thing, by the way. That is a wonderful characteristic. But just like any strong characteristic, they always talk about the double-edged sword, right? And there's always a downside to it. So I'm going to talk about the positive aspects of being an entrepreneur and how that can help us create our first million overseas, the 5 steps. But a couple of the 5 steps are actually going to be things that we need to be careful of because of our nature, because we are adventurous and we are excitable. And